Good evening, everyone. I'm Pinky Arora, and I'm delighted to be a part of this insightful webinar on From Planning to Practice Enhancing Curriculum Pedagogy and Assessment with SCOF Insight. SCOF provides us a structured framework to reflect, plan, and improve the quality of education in our schools. By aligning curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment through its guidelines, we ensure not only academic excellence but also holistic development to our teachers. Let's continue to transfer our planning into meaningful classroom practice that inspire both teachers and students to grow together. Now, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guest, Ms. Neha Kundra. She is currently working at Kundan Vidya Mandir, Civil Lines, Ludhiana. Neha holds an MSc Physics Honours and a B.Ed degree. She has also qualified PTET and CTET examinations. In addition to her academic achievement, she is the author of book Motherhood and TOT certified mentor and skill educator. Now, mic is yours, Neha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so very much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words and thoughtful introduction. Thank you. Thank you so much. A very good evening to everyone,
Welcome.
to all the educators and to all the participants joining here for the webinar on SQAAF Insights by CBSE. So it's a pleasure to connect with you all. So before I move to towards my topic for the webinar, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude towards the entire team of this Education and Learning Hub, whose webinar series is really beneficial for all the professionals, for all the educators in our education system. And Dr. Vimal, my heartfelt gratitude towards Dr. Vimal Kumar, who is working as an assistant registrar at Adesh Group of Institutes of Medical Science, Shri Muktsar Sahib, and our co-founder, Mrs. Pinky Arora. Thank you so much, ma'am. And she's working as a principal at Good Shepherd Public School, Muktsar. Sir, ma'am, your efforts to promote the meaningful learning and the professional growth are really commendable. Thank you so very much. So let's start the session today with the topic. So before I start with it, I would like to have permission from the team members of the organizers of this hub just to share my PPT. Sir, ma'am, should I? Should I? Yeah. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am,
much.
please.
Thanks a lot. Uh, Ma'am, please allow me to share. I think setting is not there. I'm not able to allow my screen to share on the Zoom app. It's coming. The
No, just
host
wait.
is not allowing sharing for this meeting. You need to set up the setting, ma'am. So, okay. So the topic is very clear to everyone. It's SQAAF Insights by CBSE. You might have heard about NEP. You might have heard about NCF. These two are very common terms, right? NEP is National Education Policy 2020, launched by CBSE in 2020, and NCF, National Curriculum Framework, which was launched by CBSE in 2022. Today, we are going to discuss about the third manual given by CBSE, which is the beautiful and comprehensive document shared by CBSE to all the educators. And the motive of, SQAAF, or you can say NCF, or you can say NEP, is very common. That is the holistic development of a child, of a learner, of a student. So I hope the setting is done, ma'am, or you want to take some time for that. I'm still not able to share my screen with everyone. It's still coming. The host is not allowing to share. Please do the setting, ma'am. So when we discuss about the SQAAF Insight, it is the comprehensive and beautiful document given by CBSE just to integrate all the aspects of schooling. That is curriculum planning, that is pedagogy, that is evaluation of the students, that is inclusive education, and of course the holistic development of the child, covering all the aspects and all the dimensions of the education system. So basically, today we are going to discuss about the objectives of SQAAF. Of course, we'll start with the full form of SQAAF first. I'll discuss with you with my PPT so that it would be clear with you, everyone. And I want everyone to sit with a short copy and pen so that you can pen down all the key points from the webinar and you can use those points in your education system and you can discuss with your colleagues and your section heads when you go to your institution. So when we talk about SQAAF, it is School Quality, Academic and Assurance Framework basically. And it's a beautiful manual which integrates all the aspects of the education system. It is basically, yes, ma'am, are you done with this? Not yet.
Yes,
Ma'am, you're
ma'am,
not
please
audible to
check
me
it.
right now. Yeah, please do it as early as possible because the further
But
explanation depends on the PPT I am
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
share.
Yes, ma'am. Please share your
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, sir, please do the favor to
yes,
me.
ma'am, kindly check it.
Okay, it's done. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, first of all, we'll start with the topic here. The topic for the webinar is from planning to practice, enhancing curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment with SQAAF. So just give me a second for this. Vimal sir, please confirm me that whether the screen is visible to everyone. Just give me the confirmation for this. Pinky
No,
ma'am,
ma'am. Kindly share your
screen is
screen,
not,
please.
No, ma'am.
it is not visible yet. Just give me a second, sir. Just give me a second.
It's not this. Yes, ma'am.
Just give me a second, ma'am. I'm just sharing with everyone. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is visible. Thank you so much for the confirmation, ma'am. So the topic we are going to discuss today in this webinar is from planning to practice, enhancing curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment with the SQAAF insights. Basically, when we talk about SQAAF framework, we are going to explore all the effective curriculum design in the education system, all the teaching methodologies we are going to use in our TLP, our teaching learning process, and the evaluation of the students so that we can transform the education system from rote learning to the competency based learning, which is the trend, trend we can relate with the global citizenship or global alignments of the world, we can say. So, before I'll open up the next slide, I would like to ask you one simple question. Let me check how many participants are really active in this session. So, my simplest question to everyone is what is the full form of NEP and NCF? So, let's see who will type it first in the chat box. So, we are going to declare that short award for that fastest finger first in the chat box. So, let's see how many responses are coming. Full form of NEP and NCF. You have to type both the full forms with the correct spelling and word. Hurry up, please. Pinky ma'am, please make a record and who will type it first in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Some are raising up their hands. You need to type in the chat box. Okay. Pinky ma'am, could you please tell me the name of the participant who has typed it? Could you please tell me the name, or Vimal sir, would you please
Richa,
tell
ma'am.
me? It is?
Richa, ma'am. Richa,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you so much,
Richa
ma'am, for the
Patel.
correct answer. Basically, NEP, if we talk about, that is the National Education Policy launched by CBSE in 2020. And that is having the common vision to have the holistic development of the child. And if we talk about NCF, that is the National Curriculum Framework launched by CBSE in 2022, and it provides a practical roadmap that how the vision comes into the reality into the classroom with the help of the various activities. So now let's unfold the full form of SQAAF. So everybody please note down or feed in the mind what is the full form of SQAAF basically. SQAAF stands for School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework. Framework, if we talk about, it is the set of guidelines, or it is the set of instructions given by CBSE in the form of a handout, in the form of the manual, a comprehensive manual, in which some standards and benchmarks are given on which a school need to work just to have the progress and good performance to achieve the standards given by CBSE. So SQAAF full form is School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework. Now, as we discussed about NEP, NCF, and SQAAF working together for the quality education and for the continuous improvement of the school system or education system. NEP, we all are aware, it is National Education Policy introduced in 2020 by CBSE. And it sets the vision for transforming the education system basically. And NCF, which is launched by CBSE in 2022, it provides the complete guideline on how to implement NEP in the classrooms with the help of the curriculum, with the help of the pedagogy, and with the help of the, we can say, comprehensive evaluation or assessment of the children. But the SQAAF, it gives us a surety about the assessment. about the syllabus, about the development of the child with the help of some standards and rubrics given by this manual in this comprehensive domain. And it is launched by CBSE in 2023, right? So we can say that NEP is the vision, NCF is the action plan, just to change that vision into the reality in our classroom, so that we can achieve our goals of that holistic development of the child. So next, I'm going to talk about the common term, the key points of the slide. NEP sets the vision. NCF provides the curricular roadmap or practical roadmap just to achieve that vision and to convert that vision into reality with the help of the activities we do at the school. But SQAAF, with the school quality assurance and academic framework, it ensures the quality assurance and accountability in the school to meet those standards, to meet those expectations by CBSE. Now, if we talk about the objectives of the SQAAF, objective means the main motive of SQAAF. It is, first of all, it promotes the continuous improvement and excellence in the school. Of course, it is possible only with the help of the activities, with the help of the balancing between the scholastic and post-scholastic activities in the school. It focuses on the quality of the teaching, learning, and governance. How do we teach? How well we teach? What kind of methods we are going to teach at the school? Do we use practical activities? Do we use the activity-based learning? Do we develop the critical thinking of the children? All these depends on the pedagogy or methodologies we use in the school. Then it encourages the self-assessment of the school and accountability. Self-assessment means there are some standards given by the manual. A school has to fill up those standards, those benchmarks, those rubrics. Are we doing or not? And on the basis of that, school can evaluate themselves whether it is fulfilling the goals of the CBSE, or it is fulfilling the expectations of the CBSE or not. And it ensured the school to follow all the NEP and NCF guidelines, the principles and the instructions given by these two manuals shared by the CBSE to us. If we talk about the prime vision of the SQAAF, the prime vision of the SQAAF is to set up a school just to make the children which are holistically developed, means they are strong physically, they are strong mentally, they are strong socially. Somebody please don't unmute yourself. It's creating disturbance in my voice. So it encourages the self-evaluation, accountability, collaboration, and innovation. That is the prime vision, or we can say the prime motive of SQAAF. So सिंपल शब्दों में हमने इतना याद रखना है अभी तक जो मैंने आपको डिस्क्राइब किया है. प्लीज कीप इन माइंड, हम सबको पता है कि व्हाट इज एनईपी, हम सबको पता है व्हाट इज एनसीएफ, बट दिस टर्म इज रेयरेस्ट एंड न्यू टू अस, दैट इज SQAAF. सबसे पहले वी आर सपोज टू फीड इन आवर माइंड दैट व्हाट इज SQAAF. इट इज स्कूल क्वालिटी. Yes, it is school quality assessment and assurance. F for framework, right? It's a complete handout, complete manual, a beautiful comprehensive manual given by CBSE, and which ensure the holistic development of the child, and it improves the school progress and performance at different levels, right? And then we are supposed to learn, we are supposed to understand what is the vision of SQAAF. The vision is very common, just to encourage self-evaluation, self-assessment, accountability, collaboration between the different schools, between the teachers, between the parents and teachers, and innovative pedagogy at different levels of teaching and learning process in the education system. Now we are going to talk about school core committee. If we talk about the committee, that we know it's a set of the people, it's a group. If we talk about school core committee, that means the committee is a set of group of people who are directly or indirectly connected to the school. फिर चाहे वो पेरेंट्स हैं, चाहे वो टीचर्स हैं, चाहे वो लीडर्स हैं, चाहे वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं. So in this committee, their job is to collaborate. Their job is to set the instruction for the progress of the school, for the improvement of the school, and they suggest some positive changes to be done at the school so that school can achieve the goals set up by CBSE standards. So let us understand the school core committee in detail with the help of this flowchart, which I'm showing to you on your screen. You can see principal of the school first of all, right? If we talk about the principal of the school, principal of the school is the leader of the school, the main leader of the school we can talk about. If we talk about the main leader of the school, then he or she is going to pass the instructions to the teachers. Teachers are going to pass the instruction to the students, and from students by messages or by meetings, we can pass the instruction to the parents. Now, if we talk about school core committee, it includes principal of the school, of course, the guiding light of the school. We need one teacher from primary section, one from middle section, and one from higher section. Then we can have one student from each level. We can have student एक आप primary level से ले लो, one of the good student or one of the best student you can choose from each standard. Then you can have one student from the middle section. Then you can have one student from the higher section. Okay, so that we can have inputs from the student also, right? Because we are doing for their benefit, so we want their inputs also. Then we can have two teachers from the post-scholastic activities. We know post-scholastic activities are the activities which are beyond academic. Like we can have one PT teacher, we can have one art teacher, we can have one, you can say any dance teacher, you can say music teacher, we can say we can have in our committee. Then we can have two parents, one or two parent members from PTA, that is the Parent Teacher Association. Then we can have one member from the school trustee, from the school management, just to have his or her inputs for the betterment of the school. Then we can have one special educator, one health professional, one person from the IT department, or one person from the admin office. This whole set of people, they give instruction, they collaborate for the betterment of the school, and they track the progress, and they judge, they record the performance of the school, whether we are achieving the CPSC goals or not. So this was all about school core committee, and my suggestion to all the principals, to all the section heads, that every school must have the school core committee, which leads to certain standards, which leads to certain instructions we can pass to parents, we can pass to teachers, we can pass to students for the betterment and the progress of the school, and for the continuous improvement of the education system. So next I'm going to talk about, just a minute. Next, I'm going to talk about the structure of SQAAF. Now, when we talk about the structure of the SQAAF, so let me tell you, SQAAF is a heavy manual. बहुत theoretic है. But when you start reading this manual, it's a wonderful, comprehensive detail given by CBSE standards. This manual consists of 7 domains that I'll discuss with you in the next slide. ये कुछ 7 domains से बना है. And every domain consists of some specific component, we can say. Yeah, every domain consists of some specific component, and each component qualify the various aspect of the subdomain or define the subdomain. And every subdomain is having some standards, some benchmarks, which are alighted by the rubrics or assessment, and some guiding principles and policies, which act as a driving force or principle behind those activities, which can be referred to have the clarity at the school. And the performance indicators and levels are specified against every standard ranging from 1 to 4. And set of actions and practices they termed as performance indicators mentioned against every performance level. And they are maintained in the form of the evidences and records, in the form of a particular documentation by the school, just to fill up the SQAAF portal whenever asked by the CBSE. Right, so you can see the flowchart given there. You can see here, SQAAF basically self-assessment, SQAAF inspection, improvement plan, document creation, evidence maintenance. So we have these certain factors, we have these certain standards or benchmarks we need to fulfill on SQAAF portal. SQAAF portal is a website given on CBSE website, on which we have to fill the records, the results, the staff qualification, just to achieve that whether we are fulfilling the CBSE expectations or not. Next, we are going to talk about SQAAF framework. As I already told you, that SQAAF framework is basically we need to explore when curriculum pedagogy, or we can say about the certain guidelines or the assessment. So it is a tool we use for the continual improvement of the schools as a self-assessment. And stakeholders like parents, teachers, students, that school aspires for continual improvement, leading to achievement for the desired student learning outcome. So now, again, I want to ask you one question here. So the question for everyone, just for the short infraction I want to have from all of you, that is what is the full form of SQAAF? Again, I would like to ask the name who would write it first in the chat box. The full form of SQAAF you need to write in the chat box with the correct spelling. Yeah. Please write it fast. Let me check the chat box for you. Okay. Please type the full form of the chat box. Okay, yeah. Please type everyone. Yes. Okay. Till nobody has typed the full form of SQAAF. I think okay. Kavita, ma'am Richa, thank you so much for the response in chat box. So ma'am Kavita has typed first. Congratulations, ma'am Kavita. You are the fastest finger first in this webinar. Okay, Tamanna ma'am has written. So I wish everybody should write the full form in the chat box, because you should aware with the three terms NEP, NCF, and SQAAF. Thank you so very much. Okay, and I just have told everyone that there are dash number of domains in SQAAF manuals. Can you please type that correct number in this? What was the number I told to everyone? Let me check who will write it correctly.